Previously on Survivor All or Nothing. A numbers focused immunity challenge proves too easy for Patrick, quickly winning the challenge and his first individual immunity. At Tribal Council, a tiebreaker vote between Shannon and Ra sends Shannon home. At the final immunity challenge, despite a huge lead, Patrick is unable to find the buried heart in the sand, which is found by Ra, securing her place in the final three as the tribe heads to Tribal Council. With 4 players left, who will be going home this time? With much anxiety within the tribe, Xavier reveals his all-or-nothing advantage to his tribe mates and the jury members.
In the urn or under the urn, which allows me a significant amount of power in this vote. So should I get it out and read it? Sure. Okay, so I did put it in my shoe.
Yeah, we all know. What is this, Xavier?
What have you got to say? You'll have to wait!
This is only because I checked my tent and all the stuff is everywhere, so I couldn't put it anywhere there. And geez, I hope that the water didn't
Love it. Tell me you've ruined the advantage.
It's illegible.
It's still there. So this is what it says, so I'm not gonna read out something different. So congratulations, you have found the all or nothing advantage. Nobody will vote at the next tribal council except you.
So you are deciding the vote.
Yes.
What case are you heading now, Katie?
Nothing, actually. Not all, nothing.
Katie, Patrick, that means you've got Ra can't be voted for, she's got immunity, so you have a 50-50 chance of going home now.
Well, the reality is, it's like, that sucks, that's annoying, but it's also like, well, fuck, it's out of my hands now. There's literally nothing I can do.
So Katie, if you had to plead your case to Xavier and say why he should choose Patrick, what would you say?
Car Alliance.
Were you gonna vote me out tonight?
No, absolutely
Are we gonna vote me out tonight?
no. But I'm not. Am I? Oh,
No, you're
yeah.
safe. So, and Patrick, if you had to plead your case as to why Xavier should vote Katie out instead of you, what would you say?
Yeah, look, I mean, I would say I was the one that defended you in the last votes to keep you in, despite your mistrust of me. Like, the deals I made with you were solid. I did also promise you that I would give you the third of the puzzle when you needed it. You didn't then accept the offer after that, and you clearly didn't need it anyway, but regardless, like, I have been there for you, but that's entirely based on loyalty. If you believe you've got a better chance of beating these two than you do of beating me, then I respect your decision.
So, you came in with someone in mind. Has anything at this tribal council changed your mind?
No, it's no.
Still firm? 100%?
Yeah.
Any point in going on? In talking?
No.
No? Can we go vote?
I think it's pretty obvious who needs to go to this stage. I think this is the person who I was always worried that he was going to take my spot in the final three. And in voting him out, it strengthens my chances of winning. and putting in a stronger argument. So my vote is obviously for Pat, because that's the only dude that's left, and I hope he votes for me.
Once I read out the vote, the decision is final and that player will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. The 12th person voted out of Survivor All or Nothing and the 12th member of our jury. Pat. See him at the comedy festival.
It was all worth it for that.
Alright, so your part of this game is now over. The power shifts to this side of the room. Patrick, do you want to go in or do you want to take a seat?
Oh, yeah, fuck it.
Are we going straight into?
No.
Okay.
But now what's going to happen is we'll take this note back to camp, but you will have some food brought out to you. In that 30 minutes, think about your game. When we come back, these 12 people will each ask you a question. They may ask all of you a question, they may ask one of you a question, they may ask two of you, they may just make a statement. We'll have opening remarks, questions from all the juries, closing remarks, and then your jury will go vote for the winner. Any questions? Alright, head back to camp, read your note, and we'll see you in about half an hour.
Final three!
Orange bag. Do you want to leave it here? Yeah.
Can we leave a towel up here or this stuff?
As the final three head to their final tribal council, they face a difficult interrogation by the jury members, who must now decide on who the winner will be of Survivor All or Nothing.
I haven't changed my mind. I'm voting for Ra because I think she's played a really good, independent and strong game that maybe didn't follow the rules of the season or the conventions, but I think it was independent. I like that.
Alright. So, I made up my mind a while ago, but I'm voting for this person because they've played a pretty honest game. They've crept in under the radar. They've been incredibly smart and well thought out. I'm going for Ra. She's a legend.
Ra, killed the game. You managed to survive practically by yourself throughout all the tumultuous times, and you impressed the hell out of me, fucking standing out there with those bloody cuffs and all that kind of thing. Like, sensational. Bravo, well done. Good luck.
This game is just the most of everything, and none of it is for me. I always feel like there are people out there who know this game better than me, but this just feels super right, and I think I just, respect everything that you said today. So, good luck. Go girl.
I wasn't lying when I said I was undecided. There are a few things. I care about this game so much, and I love this game. And when you look at the game that we saw, in terms of jury management, I don't think Xavier played that game well at all, because the majority of the jury didn't think he did a lot. Now, tonight, granted, he's come to the table and he's opened our eyes on a few things, but there was a comment that he made that sort of stuck with me when he said that he would be really disappointed if Chris thought Katie had played a better game than him. And that, I think there are times to be humble, and there are times to fight for what you've done, and that just didn't quite sit right with me, because every one of them deserved to be there, and I don't think he needed to say that, because he brought up a lot of good points, and he obviously loves the game, but my vote's for Katie.
Xavier, a super fan does not make a super player. Katie slayed. She played the best game by a mile, and she deserves this every bit.
Ra, I really want to vote for you. I'm a huge believer that everyone talks strategy and big game, but in life it's being adaptable and actually making it happen by surviving. But Katie, I think you played a really good game, a good combination of strategy and agility, so sole survivor.
So, I have a very clear winner, and I have very clear reasons why the two others didn't win, and a very clear reason why the other person did. So, Ra, I really loved your game. It was very similar to my game last season, because I came in with no idea what I was doing. I sort of social butterflied back and forth and got to the final three, and ended up in a similar position where my defence was, I just sort of had fun and sort of learned as I went. And I now sort of see, having played it a couple of times, that doesn't really ring well with the jury, and I can see why I didn't win my time through. So unfortunately, I think, do what I did, watch some Survivor, come back with a vengeance and do that. So that's my advice to you if you're watching this. Xavier, I think too little too late is probably the homage for you. I think maybe if you came in as this super fan, which we found out you were this super fan, and you were playing all these, trying to do all these things, which may or may not be true, but you were seen as a GOAT up until literally the final vote. With the mere fact you got a clue that was, a three-person clue that you got it with two. So I think next time, play a bit earlier and do those things. With Katie, I really loved your game. The thing that got me across the line with Katie is I knew Katie coming in, I knew Shannon coming in, and when we did the swap, I came over, walked up, and I was like, hey, let's be friends, let's make this through. I've got Eden here. And right from the get-go, she's like, this guy's playing too big, I want him out. And I thought we had an alliance, and you literally did everything you could to kill me, and I really respect that. So, the person I'm voting today, which obviously you can base on what I just said, I think you played the best game. Katie, you should be the winner. So.
Xavier, I thought your final tribal jury was awesome. You got close, but I think Katie definitely deserved the win.
Immortalise this again for the camera, that it is truly an honour and a privilege to vote in this tribal council for the winner. This has been one of the best weekends of my life. Every time I say that, I feel like I want to cry. What a pleasure to play with these people. I really wish it had been me sitting on the final three, but I'm thrilled to be able to vote for Katie. I think she played an amazing game. I also think that Ra and Xavier played excellent games too, and I was very impressed with Xavier in the final tribal, but Katie has my vote, and I hope she wins.
This is a vote for Katie, obviously. You absolutely dominated in this game, in my opinion. You knew when to go with the flow with certain votes, you knew when to push, you knew when to drop a few words here and there to let someone else come to the conclusion that you wanted them to come to. The stats speak for themselves. You haven't had any votes against you. You have been in control of every single vote that you made, that you participated in, and generally you were just a pleasure to play with. I'm very, 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 very happy to be voting for you, and I hope that you win.
Get the distinct honour of being able to vote in every tribal council post-merge. Ah, God. I don't think the person I voted for has won this, if I'm honest, based on how that tribal council went, but my vote is for Ra. And my reason is, I feel like I'm one of the only people in the jury who didn't actually get to see the confessionals. Now, I don't think the confessionals make the game not worthy or anything like that. Simply the case that I'm basing my vote on my perception of all of you as players while I was in the game. I think that's a unique opportunity and position that I have. Based on that, I found you to be the largest threat. I constantly tried to get rid of you, and I wasn't able to do it. I feel like, unfortunately, you may not have been able to pitch the best case for yourself at the last tribal council, and even so, I started to find myself doubting whether I'd vote for you. But then I remembered the game you played, and how fearful I was of you, and how much I wouldn't be able to beat you. Regardless of whether or not that would have been the case, I gotta respect that. Good luck. Well done, Katie and Xavier. You did well too.
Remember, this is when you want to see your name on the paper. So, first vote, Katie. Second vote, Ra.
I got one, yes.
Third vote, Katie. Fourth vote, Ra. It's 2 votes Katie, 2 vote Ra, 11 votes left. Katie. Ra. 3 each. Katie. Ra. It's 4 votes Katie, 4 votes Ra, 7 votes left.
No.
7 votes left.
No, not 7.
4.
You were
Four
doing
votes left.
4 votes
There's
left.
12 of us, 15 in total.
Okay. Katie. Ra.
Oh my god!
Is that 2 votes left?
5 votes Katie, 5 votes Ra, 2 votes left.
God.
Katie. The winner of Survivor, All or Nothing. The winner of Survivor, All or Nothing.
Awesome game.
Congratulations.